The journey back from the spirit realm was not a path, but a melody. Each step Adedayo took hummed with ancient memory, and each breath carried a whisper from the ancestors. He clutched the calabash, still sealed, its contents swirling with unshed tears, heavier than mountains. The spirit realm faded behind him like a forgotten song, and suddenly he was in the well again, his feet touching solid earth under starlight. The village of Aaroko was silent. Too silent. Adedayo emerged from the well and blinked. The air was heavy, still thick with thirst. But it was more than that. The trees stood motionless, the sky glowed a deep, angry red, and not a single cricket chirped. Something had gone wrong. He ran toward the heart of the village. Smoke curled from broken huts. The marketplace was empty. The Aaroko tree at the center had been stripped of its leaves. And at the foot of the Baal's palace, villagers knelt, heads bowed, guarded by men with spears. Baal Ajani stood tall on a wooden platform, flanked by elders and his enforcer, Ogbo the butcher. "Our ancestors cry not because of the drought," he declared, his voice booming, "but because of blasphemy. This boy speaks to the moon and calls demons from the sky." Adedayo stepped forward. "Ikòlé," someone shouted. Aya Ifedare, bruised and held by two guards, her eyes shining with pride and pain. Baal Ajani turned slowly, his eyes narrowing. "The spirit child returns," he said coldly. "Did you bring more foolishness with you?" Adedayo held up the calabash. The sky flickered. A hush fell. "This holds the tears of the moon," he said. "And with them, the end of the drought." Gasps rippled through the crowd. One of the elders fell to his knees. Another wept. Ogbo stepped forward, growling. "This is madness." "No," Adedayo replied. "This is memory. The sky has felt nothing for too long. But now it will weep, and the earth will drink." He walked to the center of the village, placed the calabash on the ground, and knelt. Then, with trembling fingers, he sang, "Ojo en bo, omi en sun. Osupa ti suinkuan. Iti tuin luro. Rain is coming, water flows. The moon has wept. The world remembers." The seal cracked. From the calabash rose a soft wind. Then a hum. Then a sound like 1,000 lullabies being sung at once. Light burst from it, not blinding, but warm, liquid silver, flowing upward like a river into the sky. The moon appeared from behind the clouds, no longer pale and still, but full and trembling. Her light pulsed with emotion. And then she cried. One tear fell. Then another, and another. The people looked up in awe as the sky turned dark, and the first raindrop touched the earth with a hiss. The wind shifted. Then it poured. Rain like stories long untold, rain like forgiveness, rain that soaked through skin and soul. The children danced. The elders fell to their knees. Crops drank. Rivers stirred in their sleep. The land of Aaroko, long barren, began to bloom beneath the moon's sorrow. Baal Ajani dropped his staff. His face turned to the sky, the rain washing away the dryness of power. Ogbo cried. Aya Ifedare, still held, began to laugh through tears. And in the center of it all stood Adedayo. His body soaked, his eyes closed, his smile quiet. But as the rain washed over the village, a new sound rose above it all, a deep rumble, not from the earth, but from the heavens. Olagunoro, the god of silence, who had sealed the moon's emotions, now stirred in his throne of bone and logic. His seal was broken, his order undone. He appeared in the clouds, face vast and unreadable, arms folded across the sky. "You have awakened chaos," he boomed. The moon was never meant to weep. Adedayo stepped forward, no longer a child, but something more. "She weeps not for chaos. She weeps for us, for the pain we buried, for the stories we silenced." Olagunoro raised his hand, and lightning cracked. But before the bolt struck, the moon intervened. Her tears turned to shields of light. They shimmered, soft yet unbreakable. She spoke. "He taught me compassion. I will not forget." The god trembled, and slowly his form began to fade. "Then let the world feel," he whispered. "Let the sky be alive." And he was gone. In the weeks that followed, Aaroko transformed. The rivers flowed again. The fields turned green. The drums returned to the night. Adedayo, now called the moon's voice, became not a ruler but a guide. He taught the children to speak their truths, to sing their fears, to dance with the sky. He and Aya Ifedare planted a garden where the calabash had been opened. In its center grew a flower that only bloomed at night, a silver blossom that wept dew under moonlight. But Adedayo still climbed his hill every night. He would sit, flute in hand, and talk to the moon. Not to teach anymore, but to listen. And sometimes, just sometimes, the moon would laugh. The child who taught the moon to cry had also taught the world to feel again. And in that feeling came rain, and life, and stories yet to be told.